All right, everyone, here we go with the Soulmate Journey update. One deck for the DF, one deck for the DM. Well, let's randomly look at the bottom. I honestly didn't look. 9 Pentacles and Death card. I don't know. It's like your timing is off with whoever this is. You know, somebody wants to reboot when you want to walk. Somebody wants to travel when you want to stay home. Somebody, you know what I'm saying? It's your timing is just a little wonky right now. Okay? This side wants to end a separation period. I think you do. I think you would if it, I'll shuffle, but I think you will if the opportunity presents itself, but I don't think you're in the same, we'll say, headspace as this particular DM. And again, I don't predict who comes in here. I have no idea. This might be a friend or family member, an old friend you got a soul connection with, thinking about calling you up and having lunch, and it's the last thing my God, I haven't heard from Janelle. And, you know, it is Mercury retrograde. It is a non-traditional Mercury retrograde, as the rest of them this year will be. But, and into early next year, I should say, as well. Let's see. Let's shuffle for the DF. Let's just see where we go. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you with here, or you found Steve Leptero, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. We've got a whole playlist of these. Right? This could be future influence. This could be past. I don't know where you are on the timeline. Go check out the playlist. All right. Give me the DF side. Bottom of the deck is the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I think you hear from Janelle. I don't know who this is. I'm not sure if it even feels romantic. There's some passion here. I think you get an idea. You make some plans. This is on a different wavelength maybe or something. I don't know. What's the top card? Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, what did I say? It's the Fool. I'm right. I like checking myself. I like reading the energy first, then throwing the cards. I love that. I don't mind if I get egg on my face. I don't care. Not this time. You're going to... life happens while you're busy making other plans. It's a bit of that. Let's clarify. Roles have been reversed here a little bit. I don't mean this is now the DF and this is the DM. I mean in this connection you have. This connection felt you were a risk for a long time, and now I think you feel like they're risky because your life has changed substantially. So if you're trying to figure out who this might be, it would be somebody who your life was different when you were maybe you were wondering why they saw you as a risk, why they weren't coming towards you. I don't know. It doesn't have to be your runner. This is part of your soulmate journey. Your soulmate journey's got a lot of characters, a lot of players. It's like a movie. There's a lot of people in it. It's like a bus. I describe it as a bus. There's a lot of people on the bus. You know, you don't always get to know all of them. Sometimes somebody comes back and sits with you and they tell you their life story and you're like, oh, fuck. It's a bit of that. You know, they're all over the place. It's about balancing out a lot of out of balance energies in your life. And the biggest out of balance energies are love-based energy, because love is the most powerful force that affects us. And it is a force. It is strong. All right. All right. Here we go. Let's see where we're at. Okay. The Fool. The problem is, if gravity was stronger, we'd be all set. It'd pull us together all the time. But gravity is weak as fuck. Right? It is. It's terrible. Think about it. You're on this giant planet, this huge thing, 26 some odd thousand miles around, blah, blah, blah. And all you got to do to escape its gravity is jump a little bit. You know, it doesn't take much. You know, gravity is very weak. It's a very weak energy, or force, I should say. We still don't know a lot about it, though. Scientists are still studying it quite a bit. 8 of Cups is crossing what will be the center card here. And it is red with the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I do think this is a risk, Steve. I don't know, Steve. Should I take a leap of faith? You got to make a quick decision about this person somehow. What's on top? Yeah, the Strength card. There's a lot of passion here. You feel like whoever this is, I believe they're probably approaching. Okay? This person's been gone a while. They're dead. I don't mean they're actually dead, but you catch my drift, right? They're showing back up. You feel like there's a lot of passion here. This person's approaching, and it's a 500-pound cat of passion. You see this as risky. I don't know if I want to put my heart on the line, Steve. Even if this is a friend that you're going out having, drinks with, you used to hang out, and then they just ditched you for somebody else, right? I don't know. Somebody had better sandals. I don't fucking know, but it was something stupid, I'm sure. They just stopped calling, and now they're back. And you were heartbroken when they stopped calling. Now they just show up and pretend like nothing happened. That's risky for you. Right? Unless you are aware of what you're doing, then that's fine. Knock yourself out. But what's the center card? It's crossed by 8 cups. We already know that. The 6 of Wands. Yeah. You see victory in walking away from this. Your quick decision. Right? Bad snapping weather. 75% humidity. It should be okay. Yeah, there we go. That should be fine. But you can tell I'm a nerd if I've got the weather station that close, that I got the digital weather thing on the wall. I know what the barometer is, the humidity is, the temperature is. I know it all. I know the dew point. I'll tell you what. I am the weather nerd. My sister calls it the Geek Station 2000. I've got it. Right? Right here, okay. 6 of Wands. Your snap decision is to just walk away. It's just no. Is your snap decision. Okay, I got you. What's red with the Strength card? Yeah, the Barn Owl. Barn Owl's been coming out a lot lately. Didn't we see that like crazy in your connection with somebody in the Jupiter reading? I think it was. Let me get everybody on camera here. The Barn Owl's red with the Lion. They disappoint. It's what I said. Readings are always just me reading energy and then checking with the cards. That they disappointed you last time. You got a lot of passion for this person. Steve, I really like them. And then they just stopped calling. And we stopped doing stuff. This could be a friend. Okay, I don't know. This could be a friend. It could be a love situation. I have no idea. But it's an energy where you really, really have a lot of passion for this person. You still kind of do. You're still a little hurt that they stopped calling. And you're afraid because they disappointed you last time that your best thing to do, your victory lives in just saying no. And that's your quick decision because you see it as a risk. See what I'm saying? Piece of cake. Right? All right. I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You do what you want to do. I don't blame you here. But can I offer you a piece of advice before I pull on this? We don't learn anything or grow in life without taking chances. Playing it safe isn't going to get you anything, especially in the energy of the next year and a half or so, especially after the nodes change signs. Right, North Node moving to Aquarius at the end of July. Right, well, the end of this month. It's July 1st, isn't it? Right? That's a big deal. I like the North Node in Aquarius. I do. I like it. But playing it safe isn't gonna teach you any lessons. Saturn gets involved. Say Aquarius energy is a mix of Saturn and Uranus, right? It's somebody fun but wise. It's that kind of a thing like that. I don't know. Let's see where we go. DM. What do we get? Let's see where we're at. All right. It's not real. I'm just joking around. But anyway, there is going to be a lot of Saturn energy around. Saturn doesn't like it when you play safe. It wants you to learn karmic lessons. So I mean, even to get to Saturn is a flight through a fucking debris field of nightmares. So at the end of the day, let's see where we're at. DM, where are we at? Okay, come on now. Bottom of the deck, see? Barn Owl, disappointment. This person, the environmental energy around them. Page of Swords, they know they disappointed you. They are aware that they disappointed you before. So to get you, and they know that your initial response is, oh, hell no. Because, I'm not going to stick my heart in the meat grinder again. It's called a fucking meat grinder for a reason, right? They're aware they disappointed you. This is good news, okay, at the very least. It might sway you a little bit. I don't know. I say take a chance. But know what you're getting into this time. Know that they might just disappear again. Know that they might disappoint you again. They're even aware they might disappoint you again. But you don't learn anything by playing it safe. You don't grow. You don't grow that energy. You're here. You're an energetic being having a human experience. You paid for the human experience package, shall we say, just catching my drift. I mean, it's like paying for a vacation, right? You pay for a cruise. You buy a cruise through the Caribbean or wherever, or some Alaskan cruise, and you spend the whole cruise in your cabin because it's safer. You're in the back corner of your cabin with a life vest on, shaking, hoping the 7 days is over soon. You wouldn't do that. So in life, take your chances. Be smart, but you're here for the human experience, to experience things you can't experience in your energetic state. All right? And plain and simple. All right. Nine of Cups, crossed by this. It's a little, okay, let's get it on camera. It's a little selfish. It's a little, well, children this age, right? Their frontal lobes aren't developed. They're selfish little sociopaths. I mean, they'll lie to you about anything. I didn't do that. I didn't break it. I saw you break it. I didn't. I know it looks bad, but I didn't. Okay. Right. At the end of the day here, I've just sort of acted out what's going on in this person's mind. They know they disappointed you. That's good news. But they don't really care. This person just wants to make themselves feel good. They think it'd be really fun. In their argument might be with the Nine of Cups. Oh, we had fun together before. We could do it again. Come on, let's go. I'm sorry about what happened last time. I won't do it again. I'm telling you, I'm going to help you right now. They will do it again. But I'd rather you went with it anyway. For what I said about the cruise, my cruise example. You are here to experience some things, to have a human experience. It's not fun. There's all kinds of things with the human experience that suck shit. We're in these bodies that break down all the time. They get all kinds of shit. I mean, you can't even do anything. I got a friend who's a pro cyclist, right? He cycles everywhere. He does the speed bike racing and stuff like that. I said, man, that's cool. You should end up in Cycling Magazine. He says, I'm not a cyclist. I'm an extreme chafer. It's basically what it is. I mean, these bodies are terrible. They don't do anything good. We gotta wear other animals' fur just to stay warm on this damn planet. So at the end of the day, it's a dangerous experience anyway. There's all kinds of crap that goes wrong and stresses we have to deal with. But the experiences like this really grow you. You wouldn't want to. I mean, it can be a fun sort of growth. I mean, you may not enjoy the cruise, but at least do the activities and go to the shows and eat the buffet. Don't sit cowering in the corner in the cabin with a life vest on hoping it's over. Why would you buy the cruise if you're going to do that? And I only point that out because a lot of people play it safe. They play it too safe in life. And they end up at the end of the road really regretting it. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people. I study human nature. I do it on my own. I'm nuts. Okay? I'm the guy with the weather station on the wall. I mean, I've talked to a lot of people. People over 70 are my favorite people to talk to because they know they are hyper aware at that point of everything they wish they'd done and everything, that they hate themselves for not trying or whatever. But they're also hyper aware of everything they used to regret that they don't actually regret now. And anything that helped them to grow, they tend to like, even if it wasn't a pleasant experience. So don't play it too safe here. I understand you think that person's or whatever, but this is part of your soulmate journey. It's happening. This person's returning for a reason to try to balance some energy. You want balanced energy. And the divine timing. The timing is right. Divine timing. Right? This person's in just the right energy right now for something to happen. I got a card that fell on the floor. I'm going to take it. Yeah, here we go. It's the Queen of Pentacles. Reversed. Okay? This card, the Seven of Pentacles, red with the Page of Swords. It'll be crossing the center card I pull. Let's talk about that because it fell on the ground reversed. I'll tell you a couple of things about this person. Well, I've already told you a bunch. I'll tell you one more thing about this person. They don't understand you. It's sort of like, do you have parents that were conventional people? This happens a lot with my parents' generation, like they were the hippies, the baby boomers, right? Their parents didn't understand them at all. They thought rock and roll was the devil and the hippie stuff and all that. They didn't understand any of that at all because they were very conventional, right? They were never going to understand any of that. This person is never going to understand you on that level, okay? On that level. My grandfather, who was born in 1908 or 7 or some shit like that, did not have a clue what my father was doing, going to, we're getting on the freeway heading to Woodstock, kind of no fucking idea. He was never going to get his head around that. Well, why would you do that? That's a waste of gas. Your car's going to break down. He had all kinds of practical reasons why it was a dumb idea. Missing the whole point of the energy, the vibe that was in the air, the chasms of your mind kind of shit that was going on there. Right? So this person's never going to understand you on that level. Know that. Know it. It's part of the experience. It's just like my cruise example. I'll go on a cruise if somebody gives it to me. I won't buy it. I know I'm not going to enjoy all the events and the shows. I don't need to see, Mickey Mouse on ice. I don't. Give me a giant mouse trap. What's he doing on ice? I don't need to see that. I'm not going to enjoy it, but I'm going to do it. Because it's better than sitting in the cabin. And there's something I'll learn. I'll gain something from the experience of interacting with the people. Might be listeria, but I'll get something from salmonella, maybe on the low side, but something will happen. Center card, 7 of Wands, yeah. This person's been blocked until your energy's ready. This person's coming towards you for you, not for them. Although for them, it's a very selfish action. Okay? And again, I see that here too, red with the disappointment. They don't want to talk about how they disappointed you last time. You might want to because it's showing up here. You got a Page of Swords here. They don't want to talk about it. They're going to put up a barrier to it. Okay? They're going to put up a wall. They're going to try to avoid this topic. What happened last time? Oh, I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen. People come back, they ditch you, and then they come back, and they try to pretend like it never went off. They don't want to talk about what happened. They usually show up with a gift or an opportunity. Hey, you want to take a cruise with me? That kind of a thing. It's usually that kind of bullshit. It's an old salesman's trick. Lead with the deal. Lead with the free item. Lead with the offer, right? Anyway, red with that's what they're going to do. Red with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Whoops, 2 cards. Hidden agenda and temperance. They are who they are. This person keeps a lot of secrets. Their truth, the actual truth, is so far deep in this person. Don't even try to get too close to them. But there is an aspect. I'll pull here on what's in it for you. I will. I'll do it right now. I'll grab the witches. Fun. I was going to say fun. And there it is. Page of Wands randomly at the bottom. Look at that. I don't know why I'm your second favorite. All right, here we go. I just saved you on a cruise, for God's sake. You were going to sit in the room and cower in the back in a life vest. What the hell? So what's in it for you? I would say fun. Let's find out. Let's just do it. I don't usually do a specific here, but I will. Let's just do it. What's in it for you? What's in it for my people? This person's, their truth is so deep, you'll never get the truth out of them. They want to avoid how they disappointed you. And all you're thinking about is how they disappointed you. And you're not sure you want to stick your neck out. I'm telling you, you should. You do what you want to do. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just letting you know the energy flow. You are here for a human experience. You're an energetic being. You paid for the human experience package. Play the fucking shuffleboard, okay? Don't sit in the cabin. Let's see where we go. I've always lived my life that way. I've always taken the chances. I've done it smartly. I haven't stuck my neck out too far. But actually, there were a couple of times I did. Actually, not really. I've been very good I'm good at strategy. I'm an excellent chess player. So, I see ahead. If you take the long view, you could protect yourself. Right? Have your experiences. All right, let's go. So what's in it for my viewers? It's never too late. It's fine. I'm in a wheelchair, Steve. I'm 93. Well, then get that fucker out on the road. Go. Put some fresh rubber on it. All right, here we go. Go. Here we go. 10 of Pentacles, obviously, 10, I hear you. Get it right next time. Start dreaming about what your next life's going to be, and that's what it'll end up being. That'll tell your energetic self what the fuck what human experience package you want next time. So get to dreaming. If you're 92, get on it. All right, daydream your day away. It's better than sitting around just staring at a wall anyway. Fuck it. All right. Ten of Pentacles. What's in it for you is the environmental energy, is the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. That'll be crossing the center card I pull. I don't even know what to fucking say about that. Seven of Cups. Ten of Pentacles crossing the Ten of Pentacles. Are you serious? You're going to fuck me up like that? That's unreal. What is going on here? How did that happen? How do I have two Ten of Pentacles in a deck? I'm pulling the Witches. I've got an accidental Light Seer in the deck. Did you see that? Did you realize what just happened? This is the Light Seer. This is the Witches. This is the Light Seer. That's a Light Seer. That's a Witches. Unreal. That's complete. That's very rare. That's only like the third time in all my years since 2021 out here on YouTube that's happened. That has actually never happened in my offline readings. Never. Not one time. So, wow. Okay, what's read with the Seven Cups? I'll check this deck later for any. There's no other. Actually, let's check it right now. There are no other Light Seer in here. There's one Light Seer card. I want you to think about the odds of this. Okay? Nope, there isn't. There's one Light Seer card accidentally in here. All right? And it happens to be the card that matches the card that fell from here. See what I'm saying? You get it? That's fucking unreal. That's fucking wild. And underneath it is a Hierophant. Okay, so it's fueled by a Hierophant. I'm just going to put that right there. These are read center, and then these two go around. So it would be, if they were laid out across, it'd be center, left, right kind of a thing. Put simply, and I don't want to make light of this, but I get it. You each need to do this. They need you to say yes, and you need to say yes, even though I understand I'm on your side for the no. I got it. I have two middle fingers to this fucker right here. You both need to say yes. You both need this for different reasons involving your life. But it's just to know. Okay? Can I just say that? Just to know. Was there ever anything here? Was it meant to be? I mean, is there just, I can't phrase it any more differently, right? Especially with Temperance here read with Seven Cups. Just to know. All right? If you say no to this, if you cower in the corner of your cruise, in your cabin, wearing a life vest, shaking, hoping the 7 days ends soon, not doing any of the events, not doing any of the shows, you'll never know if you would have had fun or would have met somebody new or would have, you never know, right? That's why you take your chances. That's what you're here for. With this is a very important, you each are, whether you realize it or not, it's probably more subconscious on this side. It'll probably be more conscious on this side since I've said it. You need to know. Just so you know. And it's for different reasons for each of you, but you're looking at it from different views. But at the same time, this person, because this is a Light Seer, this person here, there's their Light Seer. This is your Witch's one. These are slightly different pictures. Yours is a bit more mellow. Theirs is a bit more fun and whatever. They need to know if you would have fit in their world, maybe, and you need to know if they could have conformed to fit in yours. Perhaps. That's one way to read the energy flow. There's 100 ways to read it. That's one. Either way, it's worth you doing. This energy comes over here. It's worth you doing because you'll just never know if you don't. It'll drive you crazy if you don't. If you don't have lunch with them one more time, or have a drink with them one more time, or have a bang with them one more time, or go on that fucking cruise, right? Whatever it is, you need to know. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.